Those who appreciate the deliciously cool environment of an indoor movie theater on a blistering hot day, or the comfort of central heating during cold, damp evenings, can thank the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning mechanics. It is the job of these people to keep such climate controls in working order, whether they are in public buildings or private residences. Unfortunately, HVAC mechanics are among those workers at risk for asbestos exposure, not only because asbestos products are used in this profession, but because asbestos was used in thousands of construction materials for many decades. Today, there are hundreds of thousands of public buildings and millions of private residences where asbestos is present in the form of siding, flooring, ceiling and paint texture, joint compound, and insulation. While not all of these products are friable, which is to say capable of crumbling and creating asbestos dust, the fact is that such products age and deteriorate. They do pose a real danger in this regard. Asbestos products and climate control systems. In general, where there's heat, there's asbestos. A heating system duct must be fire resistance rated and fire stopped, which is to say that any openings must be sealed off so as to prevent oxygen from feeding any potential fire or any flame from escaping into the rest of the building. Today, such fire stopping may be made from ceramic and rock wool. Chances are, however, that if the system was constructed prior to the 1980s, there is asbestos present. In addition, asbestos insulation was marketed by the W.R. Grace Corporation as Zonalite up until the early 1990s. This insulation contained vermiculite, which is simply a form of ferrous clay and quite harmless by itself. The fact is, however, that most of the corporation's vermiculite came from a mine in Libby, Montana, where a great deal of asbestos was also mined. As a result, the vermiculite was extensively contaminated with asbestos fibers. W.R. Grace, a multi-billion-dollar corporation located in Maryland, still in operation today and still purchasing legislative protection from Congress through the use of high-paid lobbyists, has been one of the worst offenders when it comes to hiding information about asbestos and evading responsibility. In addition to Zonalite, this corporation was also responsible for the manufacture and extensive marketing of monocoat, a type of spray-on insulation that was used on water pipes and heating ducts. Over 5,000 tons of monocoat was used in the construction of the World Trade Center when it was built back in the late 1960s and early 1970s, despite the fact that 12% of monocoat ingredients were asbestos. Asbestos is still legal. Although tightly regulated for most purposes, asbestos is still legally used in 3,500 products in the United States. Again, there is the W.R. Grace Corporation to thank for this. Back in the 1970s, this company's lobbyists paid Congress to pass what is still known as the Grace Rule, which says that any product that contains 1% asbestos or less is legally asbestos-free. Thanks to the efforts of Senator Patty Murray, this may change starting soon. In 2002, the senator attempted to put forward a bill that restored an EPA ban on asbestos passed in 1989 and overturned in federal court in 1991 under corporate pressure. This bill, long stalled in committee, is finally scheduled for a floor vote in the Senate in the fall. The new bill, S.742, the Ban Asbestos in America Act, has had broad support on both sides of the aisle. Assuming it passes with a veto-proof majority, it will end most uses of asbestos in the U.S. right away and phase out all others within 5 years. In addition, it will provide more funding for the study of asbestos-related diseases. Thank you for watching. This video was produced by Asbestos.Net, a leading resource on all aspects of asbestos and mesothelioma. Our priority is to inform victims about the devastating effects of asbestos exposure, mesothelioma, asbestos cancer, asbestosis, and other asbestos-related diseases, and to advise them with a wealth of information. Individuals whose lives have been touched by mesothelioma have numerous questions and concerns. Their caregivers and family members also need accurate, reliable information. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos cancer and need more information, we invite you to visit and explore the thousands of pages of oncologist-reviewed material on Asbestos.net, to call our convenient toll-free number shown below and speak with a mesothelioma specialist, or to use the simple contact form found at Asbestos.net to request a free copy of our informative books, custom inserts, and DVD. Asbestos.net. Information and help for patients and families.